at home in bed by myself, feeling single and lonely. This is around 2016. And I'm like, so I'm lonely and I'm single. What do I do? And that happened to pop up Tinder. I was like, oh, let me check out Tinder, see what that's about.
This is Kristen.
Hey, great day. It's Leada.
And today we wanted to kind of pick your brains about a couple things and just to kind of also go over our experience with Tinder. Tinder, us being professional business women, business owners, and us using the app Tinder. And my perspective is a little kind of short-lived, more so than Leada's. So I wanted her to kind of give a starting point in terms of just talking about where she is with Tinder, the experience that she's been through with Tinder, how she's used it for the business, and, you know, just kind of start there. So, you know, you've had Tinder for about, how long, Shorty? How long?
Let's see. I've been divorced since 2016.
Okay.
I probably got on that summer, like right after I divorced. I saw.
You was quick.
No. But like, let's say I divorced in May. Maybe like I was online. I saw somebody talk. I didn't know what Tinder was. I was online. I saw somebody talk about Tinder for dating. So I'm like laying at home in bed by myself, feeling single and lonely. This is around 2016, and I'm like, so I'm lonely and I'm single. What do I do? And that happened to pop up Tinder. I was like, oh, let me check out Tinder, see what that's about. So I got on the app, and that's where my journey began. But what do you want to know?
So mainly, if you want to kind of start off with, I guess mostly how you used it in terms of like maybe like dates. I know because I was just recently out at a happy hour with some ladies, and one of them was talking about her experience with Tinder. The other one, so one of them, she was like, she's only been on a couple dates. And, you know, she kind of moved to D.C. from, I think, Michigan somewhere for work. So she's been here a couple months, and she, you know, started to use Tinder. And Tinder, to start with, is an app that you can use to date. It's like basically within whatever geographic location you are, it gives you the vicinity, and it pinpoints, it drives people to your location to see, all right, well, this is this person who's also looking to date or looking for whatever. They typically will tell you in their little bio, and you can swipe left, swipe right, and, you know, if you guys are a match, start the chatting, and, you know, go from there. Like, you know, some of it leads to dates, some ends up it's a marriage, just depends on what you like. So, and like the lady that I was meeting with, one, she's just like, one of the days just turned out so weird. The other one, you know, she just started, like, she tried it out, but she just made so many excuses as to why not to use it. So she just got off of it within like having it for a month. So, you know, just being a woman, being single, and, you know, like everything else that we have going on, how's, you know, some of the dates that you've been in, how do you use Tinder, how have you used it to kind of sort through the guys?
So I'll say, well, one, so I recently actually deleted Tinder. It's probably been deleted for a few months or weeks now. I don't know. It was deleted for a while. I just got tired of dating and just kind of like just deleted the app because I feel like it didn't lead. I mean, not to just say that Tinder isn't great for other people, but I just deleted it personally for myself. But I'll say in the past when I first used it, one of the biggest thing, one is always safety. Two, people know their angles. So sometimes like they may look good in one picture, so it's best to FaceTime and get other pictures and maybe a little Instagram stalking prior to any date. But so I've used it in the past, like so I've dated a few times on there because I don't know, when I go out, maybe it's me, I'm learning to maybe be a little more, use my feminine energy, but when I go out, guys typically don't hit on me. So I've used Tinder as a way of, and actually I don't even go out like that. Typically you will find me home on a Saturday night or home on a Friday night. Like I don't really go out. So I figured let me use an app to be able to date and find people. So what I did was I went to Tinder, and so I went on a few dates, I would say, and somewhere, okay, I had a few in the beginning where they didn't match their profile. Now I wouldn't say it was catfishing, but it was just more like the angles. They knew the angles. So so after that,
so anything particular, like in terms of like when you say angles, because I know some of the guys can get away with beards, and then you know you don't have a beard, you look like a total different person. But then you have the guys where they not specific on how tall they are.
Yeah,
like what particularly is it about angles that you know can be construed?
So yeah, actually I did one time. I ended up doing my research because after a while I knew my research, but he was like I'm 5'9" myself, but he ended up being like 5'4",
Oh
but I did my
God.
research before I even went anywhere. And so,
What's the definition of research, though?
I went through his Instagram page, and I
Okay.
felt like he was a little shorter
A
than
lot
me.
shorter.
Yeah, so that was one thing, and then I guess just making sure like it's a fit for me. Like before I even waste my time, like 'cause I have a daughter, so before I even go out on a date, I want to make sure it's worth my time. So I like to at least get to know them a little bit before I even go on any type of date, just to make sure my time, like my time is valuable. Like I run a business, I have my small child, and so I want to make sure that if I'm gonna go out with somebody, then it need to be worth my time. So I do my little research.
Okay, so from that, like, what is there anything like? So the idea of this conversation in general is how to get the best and the quickest response in the terms of what you're looking for from Tinder. And I know for me particularly, I use Tinder for a short period of time. Typically, my perspective in terms of dating, I happen to attract guys. Somehow, like never like when I'm out, but it's usually, you know, based on social environments or places that I frequent. That's usually where I meet the guy that I'm looking for. So for me, I didn't necessarily use Tinder for that long. I tried it and met a couple people, but never went on dates. So from your experience, and I know like, unfortunately for you guys, whoever is the dominant person in the relationship, on the dating situation, whether it's the male or the female, you know, you're spending time going out on dates with people that you may not be a match with. You know, how do you figure out who pays the bill, first off?
So I mean, I'm not like, I'm always like, I can take care of myself, I can do for myself,
Right.
But as the feminine one and the feminine energy, which if you want somebody to pay your bill, cool. But for me, I prefer like if we go out, like if they ask me out, then typically they're gonna pay. I mean, I've never really had it the opposite way. Maybe in college, maybe actually even in college. But so what I'll say is for Timber, like to not waste my time, to not waste your time. What I do is like I like to have straight up conversation. Like, what are you looking for? Like I prefer to have these direct conversations instead of us meeting up. There's no point in me wasting my gas, wasting your time. And we can just if I can have a direct conversation with you and say, this is what I'm looking for, this is what I'm currently looking for. Like I have a child, I'm looking to date, I'm looking for a committed relationship. If that's not for you, cool. But that's what I'd like to do, just be direct and straightforward with people.
Okay,
because I know
so
that
the
my time is
honest
valuable.
tactic.
Yes.
Okay, got you. And we have some family hopping on, so we're gonna keep this rated PG-13. But and so we have someone that asks, are we players? Not at all. I'm totally in a relationship. Very what is it called? Exclusive relationship, just me and him. So
and me,
no.
definitely not. I'm like, for me, as I mentioned, I'm straightforward, I'm honest. And so if I'm dating somebody, I'm dating only you. I'm not looking to date multiple people. Like I don't have time for that. I don't have time to remember different facts about different people. If I'm dating someone, I'm typically just straightforward with them and only with them.
Gotcha. So the other thing is, so I know, and in the case for us, we're business owners. So time, even everybody's time is valuable, but it's an added bonus in terms of being very strategic with our time. Like we have your full-time job, mom, and a business to run. Plus you have every other priority that we all have, which is family, taking care of family, friends, whatever, making sure everything is working. So you've been able to kind of use Tinder. Unfortunately, like some of the matches don't match. And how have you been able to use that as a business tactic? Because you know, you want to make everything worth your time.
I mean, you know, exactly. That's happened to me several times. Let's say I go out with somebody or I have a phone conversation, I realize like this isn't going to work, and maybe they still like me, and I'm like, so guess what? And
then with that, sorry, so we just had a question. So as you're explaining how you've used it, what's your business? So they can get an idea as to how you tie the date. Okay, this date didn't work out, but this is how you can support my particular business.
So yeah, so just a short, quick story of what my business is. I help people to make money online through their online services, whether the internet, TV, home security, gas, electricity. So I help people to make money off their expenses. Long story short, we can chat some more afterwards. Like you can click the link in my bio actually, and will tell you exactly what I do, and we can talk some more. But simply put, so with Tinder, let's say I meet somebody online or I meet somebody and we just don't even really have a conversation, and it just say it doesn't work out, like I'm not feeling them or maybe they're not feeling me, cool. Never really happened, but either way, I feel like I'm a likable person. But either way, let's say I don't like them or it doesn't work out, I'll simply just say to them, like, maybe we aren't compatible to date, but maybe we can make some money together. And I've said that conversation to several people, and I've actually gotten several business partners and people who are actually still in my business simply from saying, like, maybe we don't work out, but let's make some money together. Like, what, like
we were connected together for a reason.
Yeah, so like I've gotten lots of accounts, business accounts, and business partners simply from saying that. So like, Tinder is, I guess, be great for dating, but it also can be great for making like it doesn't work out.
We have a customer.
We can make some money together.
So I think that's hilarious. And I remember one story. One of the things too, ladies, gents, safety first, safety over everything, because we have missions that we still have to do, people that we still have to help. So it's important that we still stay here. So one of the things I know you do is to send me your location. You know, drop your location for however much time that you're going to be on these dates, and without having to necessarily say who I'm going out with. So I'm not probing too much. It's just, this is my location. I'll go into this location to meet the person, and I'll let you know when I'm home safely. It's just a pointer. Do that with everything. I'm in real estate in addition to our business, so I do that too. If I'm doing an open house or showing houses, I do the same thing. Drop locations, share for a couple hours, make sure you're good. But with that, I know you told me this one, just a couple stories on dates that just didn't go how you were expecting it. And you was just like, how do I get out of this date? What has happened with those situations?
I'm trying to think of a specific story.
The shorter guy.
Oh, yeah.
And the uncomfortable situation of questionable masculinity.
Which one was that? I don't know.
The shoulder.
Them being so short. I mean, this is a while back, probably a few summers ago. Like, I mean, it wasn't anything too crazy. Like, I never had like a date where I had to run like a date from hell or anything like that. But just more like typically when I've gotten there, they may have been a little shorter than they made, like, because I'm 5'9", they may have said they're 5'9" too, and their 5'9" and my 5'9" was totally different, especially if I have no heels. And so I've had like one time we went out to a bar, and next thing you know, like, little man, or sorry, that's probably best. Sorry, he decided to put his hand on my shoulder, but he's like leaning on me like I feel like I'm like the man and he's like the woman. And I'm like, that's really awkward. But so after that, quickly got out. It's kind of 10, 11 o'clock, so I got out of there. That's time to go to bed. Wasted my bedtime. I told you I'd be home on Saturdays. Right. I don't hang out. But I gave some time for him. All
right, so fast forward. Man. Why, even though you've created, customers, business partners, and, have been exposed to new locations or whatever, different things, why did you choose to delete your Tinder?
I mean, because the ultimate goal for me with Tinder, why I got on it, was because I'm looking for my purpose mate, my soulmate, the person I'll be committed to for life. So I'm looking for that. That's my ultimate goal. Like, I get on there to find someone. So I haven't quite found it yet. I mean, I've had some instances where I did have some people that I really liked, and it kind of went somewhere, but who knows? We'll see. But so I got off the app just out of frustration. I figured, let me just get tunnel vision on my business. Like, I have some goals I'm trying to achieve. I'm trying to help at least, at minimum this month, help at least 10 people to achieve their financial goals as well. So because of that, I know that one of the best things, like, really having a great relationship is good because it helps you to excel. Like I always say, like, the most successful people have the most healthiest sex lives and healthiest relationship. And so that's not why I want to get into a relationship, but I know that if I'm not in a healthy situation, then that messes up my focus. And so I figured, let me just stay focused on my vision. Tinder can, I guess maybe I'll get back on there, who knows, but Tinder is there if I ever need it. But right now, let me focus tunnel vision on what Leah is trying to accomplish. Like, me being happy, me being sane, because dating can cause some stress. I'd rather be sane and focus on my vision, and that'll come later. Because I know that ultimately, as I achieve higher things and help other people, then eventually that man will be along my frequency, and it'll happen.
Okay, so I don't know if you're trying to say you want to go on a date because you're 6'2", or I'm 6'2", so I qualify for business, but we'll definitely reach out to you, trying to make sure I remember your name. So I know for me, just to give my perspective, again, like, Tinder was very short-lived and a short-lived experience for me. What I found that worked for me is just simply, like, being in the state that you're in now, of simply focusing on myself. Like, every time that I stopped worrying about a guy, or let's say it was a break between a relationship, and after that relationship, I literally take time to solely focus on me, solely focus on what's going on with me, solely focus on what may have happened in that relationship that didn't work out, and just refocus on everything about me, and not in a selfish way where, you know, I'm not thinking about you, but everything that mattered to me, that's where my focus was during those breaks. Okay. So with that, like, those times in which I felt my happiest being alone, or you know, just being so focused on what I was working towards, is when a guy, you know, would just come out of nowhere and sweep me off my feet. So I think, like, this break could possibly, this break from Tinder could possibly be that time, and this level of focus could be that time for you to attract the guy that's also doing the same thing, which is focusing on him, focusing on his growth, focusing on his next levels, and possibly, you know, the goal is always to put a ring on it. So, you know, expand the families, expand the empire that way, and see what happens. I know a lot of women and men use these dating apps, and, you know, it's fun. It gives you different experiences. And just dating in general can idealistically be tough, because most of us are so used to our routine. And what I'm learning too is to get out of our routines, because that helps you stay in the balance of who you were versus who you're trying to be.
Correct.
It's a whole nother a whole nother conversation. But just being able to be in those same circles only get you around the same types of people. So if that you haven't already attracted someone in those circles, then that's when people typically get on Tinder, to be able to attract other people that are coming from different areas and different, you know, lifestyles, etc., to try to, you know, play your hand.
So that's kind of the reason why I got on this. So maybe Tinder wasn't for me. Maybe I'll try another app at some point. But right now, tunnel vision. Let's make money in 2020.
Right.
And if he comes around, pay him.
That works. So yes, which is like, you know, that's why we kind of want to have this conversation, because now is our time where we are focused. I'm in a relationship. It's healthy. It's growing. But in addition to that relationships, we are kind of like honing down on making sure that we're still in alignment with what our mission is for business, and what our, you know, our growth is going to be. So that's great to hear. Well, y'all be safe out here. We out here working from home because we try to stay healthy.
Yes.
Shout out to Dr. Shulze for that air detox, keeping us extremely healthy, and just, you know, able to continue to prosper, continue to have fun, continue to have conversation with you. Appreciate you.
I started laughing because somebody who actually I went on a Tinder date with, and I told him, let's do business together.
Okay.